Okay, so today we are having our e-learning day for the Think It Through, the chapter 6. We are still planning on taking our test tomorrow, so make sure you're ready for that. I'm just going to do a little bit of a review, but remember you can always go back to all my other videos that are longer and see more examples, all right? So the first thing that you're doing is evaluating expressions on your Think It Through. That means you're changing rational exponents or radicals into simplification, okay? So like example 1, we have 81 to the power of 5 halves. So remember, you have to put that in the square root. This power of 2 comes here. That's your nth root, right? Your nth root. And then we have 81, and then we have to the power of 5. So then we do inside parentheses first, which is the square root of 81. Hopefully everyone knows what that is, right? And we're going to say that that is 9. And then that is to the power of 5. And so we get 59,049, and that is our answer. Okay, then you have some where you're breaking down the square roots. So we have the square root of 72. Remember, you're going to try to find two numbers that you multiply together to get 72, but the first one needs to be the largest perfect square. So you can use that perfect square sheet. So we have 36. 36 times 2 is 72, right? 36 times 2 is 72. And remember, both of these are underneath that square root. So the square root of 36, I'm going to highlight this here. Square root of 36 is a perfect square, and so that's what you're looking for. The perfect square is 6 square root of 2, and that is your answer. Okay, then we're also then looking at simplifying the expression with positives and negatives. Okay, so now we're looking at simplifying with expressions when we're multiplying. So we have b to the 9th times b to the 7th. So we're going to keep our base, which is b. And then because we're multiplying our bases, we are going to add our exponents. So we have 9 plus 7, which is 16. You can also look at it as we have 9 b's, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have a total of 16. All right, the next one we're going to look at is we have 3n to the power of 2 over 4, and that is all to the power of 4. So stop the video. What is this power of 4 telling me about this base? All of this is inside the parentheses. Hopefully when you stop the video and you start back up, you're going to say, well, it's telling me that I'm going to take that base, 3n squared, and I'm going to multiply it by itself 4 times, right? And when you do that, when you multiply that 4 times, we have 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, which we get 81. Then we have n squared 4 different times, so we get n to the power of 2, 4, 6, 8, right? N to the power of 8. Then we're going to multiply 4 times, so 4 times 4 times 4 times 4, which is 256. Okay, and then you have some, remember, where we have some negative exponents. So we're going to look at number 12 now. I have negative 4 to the power of 0, and then p to negative 1 over q to negative 5. Okay, so remember that 4, it's not in parentheses, so this is technically negative 1 times 4 to the power of 0 times p to negative 1 q negative 5. So let's look at this. 4 to the power of 0. Anything to the power of 0 is 1. We have to move this p to negative 1 to the denominator, and we have to move the q to the numerator. The negative still hangs out. It is not to that power of 0. Remember that, okay? So we have our negative 1 times 1 times q to the power of 5, because we brought the q to the power of negative 5 to the top, and then p to the power of 1 on bottom. Well, negative 1 times 1 is just negative 1, and so you can keep it there, or you can just have the negative, it doesn't matter, times q to the 5th, over p to the 1, or the power of 1, which we don't really need that either. Remember I said a long time ago, like, you can leave this little multiplication there or you don't need it. You could write your answer as this as well. Both are correct. Okay, so let's look at one where we have b to the 6 over b to the 3 times b to the power of 2. Well, I have a fraction, so I'm going to put this b to the power of 2 over 1. I'm going to multiply straight across. I have b to the 6, b to the power of 2 over b to the power of 3. I'm going to add my numerator, so I have b to the power of 8 over b to the power of 3. Now I'm going to subtract the 3, so I end up with b to the power of 5. Okay, let's look at some solving. Some of you are still messing up on the solving. So we have the square root of x plus 7 equals the square root of 6x minus 3. Because they're square roots, there's a little 2 here. So I can take this to the power of 2 to get rid of my square root. So I have x plus 7 equals 6x minus 3. We're going to combine like terms, just like solving normally. So I'm going to bring this over. So I'm going to subtract my 6x. I get negative 5x plus 7 equals negative 3. Now I'm going to move my 7 over. So I have negative 7. So I have negative 5x equals negative 10. Divide by negative 10. So x equals 2. Okay, next one. So some of you are messing up on these. So I have a negative 2 times x minus 10 under that square root symbol equals negative 10. This negative 2 is multiplying with this radical. So I'm going to divide by negative 2 and get rid of it. Multiplication and division undo each other, not multiplication and addition or subtraction. So now we have the square root of x minus 10 equals 5. Now I have this square root isolated, so I can take it to the power of 2, and I have to take the other side to the power of 2 to get rid of it. So we get x minus 10 equals 25. I'm going to add my 10 over, so x equals 35. So some of you, what you're doing is you're not isolating your square root before you take it to the power. So make sure you isolate it. If you have to, circle that square root symbol, circle it, and get everything away from it from the outside. Push it to the other side. So I need to move this to the other side, okay? All right, last thing, we are going to talk about graphing. Remember, when you're graphing, we have f of x, which just means y, right? So we have f of x equals 5 times 3 to the power of x. That just means y. We're going to have our points here. And we have our coordinate plane. Remember, you're going to do a t-chart. I need to see that t-chart. We're going to use points 0, 1, and negative 1. When you plug those zeros in, or that value in, remember, separate it. Y equals 5 times 3 to the power of 0. This is the only thing that's being affected by that 0. So it's 5 times 1, which is 5. So when x is 0, y is 5. So 0, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to replace that again, and we're going to say, okay, now when this x value is 1, so replace it. Y equals 5 times 3 to the power of 1. So y equals 15. So, okay, so 115. So I'm going to go right 1, and I'm going to go up 15. I don't think I have enough marks here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then so I go 1, change my color here. Go over 1 to the right and up 15. Okay. Then the negative 1, we have to put the negative 1, replace it. So 5 times 3 to the negative 1. The negative means it has to flip, not the 5. The 5 stays. So 1/3. So I multiply straight across, 5 over 3. You can use a calculator and change this to a decimal if you're not sure exactly where that goes. Well, it's 1.7. If you don't have a calculator at home, you have one on your iPad. So I'm going to go left 1, and I'm going to go up 1.7. Not quite 2, right? This last point is the closest point to the x-axis, so it curves up and then it hits that point. It does not cross the x-axis. Okay, domain and range. Domain is negative infinity to positive infinity, right? Infinity, that's it. So negative to positive. Your range, it goes from 0 to positive infinity. 0 to positive infinity. Oh, that's horrible. Let me try to redo these infinity symbols here. So we have negative infinity, and then we have positive infinity. And then 0 to positive infinity. All right, it's above the x-axis, so it's a positive infinity. If it's below, it's 0 to negative infinity. Let me know if you have any questions, and I can Zoom with you today until 2:30.